reading of what's going on in China currently?
Very clearly, Devika, the first two great leaders, Mao Zedong and Deng Xiaoping, were followed from 1993 till 2012 by two leaders, Chiang Zemin and Hu Jintao, who represented rather moderate, modest, consensus-based collective leadership. Now, this was followed by Xi Jinping. He brought back the personality cult in that sense. And in his first term, using anti-graft campaign, put almost 1.5 million officials in jail. And in second term, he has started the senior leaders' purges. You mentioned purge of the foreign minister, for example, Qin Gang, and then, of course, two defense ministers, Wei Fanghe and Li Shangfu, and more recently, Admiral Hua. And that has created a bit of, speculation as to what is happening inside CPC. This is internal. Then look at external. China had this trade-led development model, and trade, given President Trump's tariff wars, is in trouble. And so is foreign direct investment, because China has become increasingly expensive place to invest in that sense. Cost of labor and other resources is not competitive with other countries now. So growth rate has come down. They are claiming to say 5%, but estimates are even 4%. So both internally, externally, there is a bit of a rattling that President Xi Jinping is facing. Now, he just became in June 72 years old, and he cannot stay in power forever. So from 2023, in fact, there is a process of redistribution of responsibilities to senior leaders, creating small leaders groups and upgrading them to sort of commissions of national importance and so on. So some kind of restructuring is happening inside. Now, whether it is a willing and smooth transition that is led by Xi Jinping, or is he being forced, or are his hands being tied down and he is being made to do these things? These are matters of speculation. But two things I want to underline, which are very clear, and I think I will slightly vary with my very dear senior colleague, Professor Nalapathya. CPC is not going anywhere as of now. So the fights are within CPC. They are not even factional fights anymore, because Xi Jinping has placed lots and lots of his loyal people into important positions. So it's personalities, and I think very submissive, invisible kind of opposition that could be a potential possibility, because in closed systems it's not possible to really identify what are the trends. So there could be a bubble burst. That is a theory popular with Western experts from almost 91, 92 onwards. It has not fructified so far. So yes, in that sense, transition will happen. Transition is gradually happening over a period of time. Whether that will allow, Xi Jinping to replicate what Deng Xiaoping did and what Mao did in terms of staying in certain moral authority,
Yes.
becoming philosopher king even after leaving formal positions, that is very uncertain, and that's why he's not able to shed away his three important positions that he holds as chairman of military commission, party general secretary, and president of the republic. So that is not clear whether he will stay as an elder senior leader even he leaves these positions. And of course, the speculations about his health are always from 2019, in fact. And there are speculations of his health. And because he was seen omnipresent, omnipowerful, that whole frenzy was built around his personality cult. So that muted the kind of, appearances now, or preponderance being muted, leads to a lot of speculations as to, what is that transition, how to understand that transition, because transition is inevitable. But where will be the position of Xi Jinping during and after the transition? What will be the position of CPC? CPC will continue to also follow all the great, trends that he has set. For example, centennial goals are not going anywhere. Techno-nationalism is not going anywhere. But personally, Xi Jinping, whether he is pushing the transition or transition is pushing him, that remains a question to be answered. And I think that is a very difficult question to answer, given the black hole kind of system China has.
Yes. Okay. I would